Nigeria Info.
27 minutes before 7 o'clock. Good morning. We're Nigeria Info. It's 25th August 2021. My name is Enoh Ogbevire. How are you doing? The rain has subsided a little bit, but it looks like it's going to continue as the day goes on. PDP splits as two chairmen emerge. Wike seconders divide National Working Committee. So there's a deputy national chairman of the party, South, Yemi Akinwumi. And then there is the Senator, Suleiman Nazif, North. On Tuesday, in separate announcements, they both claim to be the party's acting national chairman. We'll talk about this in the 8 o'clock hour. Lale Kaige will join me, but let's get on with the headlines. From the Punch newspaper, outrage as uniform-wearing gunmen invade NDA, errant officers to face trial. Concerns rise over EFCC's Gestapo tactics, extrajudicial actions. PDP split as two chairmen emerge. Wike seconders divide National Working Committee. All right, that's from the Punch. Then in the Guardian, we have IGP task states on credible officers for community policing. Court strikes out DSS suit seeking further detention of 4 Sunday Igboho's aide. We can't afford to keep borrowing to consume, says Sanusi. NDA attack, slap on military, Yoruba Northern elders fume. Nigeria building alliance to stop defunding of oil projects, Oshibajo. Will NIN solve identity management issues? When is the deadline again? All right, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009 are the numbers to call. Let's see if we can do 30 seconds each. Good morning.
Good morning, CBP calling from Amuma. You know, the two chairman emerges at the national level of PDP.
Ouch. Call again if you can. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, my name is J.A. calling you from Rumigbo. More story emerging from Ocho Secondus suspension. I think Ocho Secondus was not ready for the agreement. If they have agreed for October, and about October is not ready by December, that means the center cannot go and things will fall apart. But attack on the NTA is not a good one at all. If some people say they are surrendering and others are attacking, how do we take them serious? That is why I always advocate for the Russian-Putin pattern to end this whole thing once and for all.
Thank you for calling. Good morning, we're Nigerian folk.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
You're on. Let's hear you.
Yes, this is Tiana. I'm calling from Port Harcourt. Hello?
Oga, your time is running.
Okay, I want to use on talking of National Party Chairman of PDP. I want to say that it's a welcome development because I want to thank the Deputy Governor of Rivers State for his at least being able to bring the party together because political interest is coming up. I cannot have such chairman who cannot perform very well. And then so we need a capable chairman in our great party that can move our party along by taking interest to make sure we come out with it. Thank you.
All right, so we've got two acting national chairmen now. I don't know which one will work for you. We're Nigerian for good morning.
Hello, madam. Good morning. Yeah, this is Frank calling from Port Harcourt. From the two chairmen, I think about that in August. Now, after they have seen that convention vote on by October, he went back and made a U-turn. If you can't become the chairman, I believe you will fight him to the end. I think that's the tiger. Thank you.
We're Nigerian for good morning.
Hello, good morning, my Enoh.
Morning, sir.
Yes, my name is Justice Ori. I'm calling you from Omurioga. For the society to be free from crime, for the society to be free from criminal activities, the police has a very big role to play. Now, on your report, the mother of the person that was killed in USC said the gun found on her son was planted. And on the other person that they killed, her father, said he's calling for the police, he's calling for the CP to intervene that the matter wants to be swept into the carpet. Now, this is a state where there is a big security challenges. Just yesterday, some persons were killed in Ghana, about 6 people.
Well, the police said it's 3, and that was the day before. We're Nigerian, for good morning.
Yes, good morning. It's good luck for Momoma. My own take this morning over PDP crisis is this issue of crisis in political party. Judges in Rivers State has been involved. The Chief Justice of Nigeria should note that if judges in Rivers State continue with this action they have been doing in Rivers State, the independence of judiciary will not achieve, and it will be an aberration to him that is there all these things happen. This is exactly what judges did in 2019, stopping APC not to contest. They have come back again on that political party. So Chief Justice of Nigeria should call them to order.
We're Nigerian, folks. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm Chris calling from Port Harcourt. PDP acting chairman elect. Yes, it's a welcome development. We want that Secondus to go because he's not the right man. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for calling. Good morning. We go to WhatsApp at this time. I'm not sure why, but I can't find the live video on Facebook. So, oh my God, it's terrible. I'm sad. The security breach in the well-fortified Nigeria Defense Academy, it's worrisome, a big threat to our nationhood. Government security agencies should do more on intelligence gathering to tackle the huge insecurity and locate these criminal elements' stronghold to forestall further attacks against Nigerians and the establishments. I feel the so-called bandits have insiders within the security forces for there to be successful operations. The insecurity and incessant lawlessness should stop before it consumes all. Jim Bobari Haribo Nelson sent that in. Forum from HA says PDP crisis deepens as different party stalwarts lay claim to Secondus chair. PDP isn't ready at all, even when they finish this country. Do you even know Secondus supported that APC Ibrahim Omar? Let him face karma. Which was Secondus suspension and the restraining order by the court may not go well with the party. This was the crux of APC challenges that led to many failures in some states. Womet sent that in. Elion Ndidi, the suspension of Uche Secondus by the High Court's a danger signal to the party. Should have known that the man POS Africa is what his name represents. Should be on guard. Wike is a dangerous politician. On the same matter, we have, if this crisis doesn't end soon, due to personal reasons by some politicians in the state, and give the already collapsing party like APC good opposition, they'll end up in destroying PDP, which is not good. Let the agreement reached by the party to hold national convention be kept. Eze Kingboy sent that in. Marshall, on the same matter, says the drama in PDP will be more interesting than that of APC. My duty is to sit down and watch the drama play. It's not very obvious that nobody will save Nigeria if bandits, nobody is safe in Nigeria if bandits can freely and successfully attack NDA, kill and abduct military personnel. Then there is a big problem in Nigeria. Christian Williams sent that in. Ezekiel Isaiah, politicians should learn to step aside when their loyalty to the party is in doubt. But in Nigeria, the chairman is ready to destroy the party. The party is bigger than any individual. First, Amechi Riverson was sacrificed by Wike to be governor in 2015, which Wike initially denied that he wasn't interested in, and GDI was for GJ's re-election. Today, another Riverson secondary is about to be sacrificed for Wike's presidential ambition, which he's denying, just like he denied the governorship interest in 2015. Why must Rivers people always be sacrificed for Wike's ambition? And we as Rivers people see nothing wrong with that. Prince is asking. Chibu Johnson, I want to beg the PDP National Working Committee and NEC to summon an emergency meeting to settle the issues in the party out of court. Is becoming worrisome. So one of the guys who says he's the national chairman dissolved the National Working Committee. My oh my. PDP from the National should learn from the scripture. Any nation that rises against itself will not stand. The out-of-court settlement remains the best alternative. Igwe sent that in. Hector It's very unfortunate that the judge who swore to uphold the rights of Nigeria will seek and infringe on another's rights of association. See how politicians have ridiculed our judiciary. It's an act by proxy. We know where the finger is pointing at. Somebody isn't telling the truth about the security level in the country. Getting access to an army formation and successfully killing and kidnapping is a big threat. Femi Fairable Cliff sent that in. I think Governor Wike should now focus on education sector in the state, now that Sekulu is no longer chairman. Continuous killing in Ogoni. What is the DPO doing at Bori? Rivers Police should be responsible and professional in the discharge of their duty. Where are we? Rotimi says, if military and other formations that are supposed to be immune from attack are now being attacked by Boko Haram, then there's a serious problem, and the government must rise up to this challenge by taking proactive actions to end this wickedness. Professor Zulum of Borno State says 10% of Borno citizens are unaccounted for after terror attacks. In 2016, population stood at over 5 million, and 10% is about 508-something thousand, unofficial. Yet he's glorifying a purported surrendering of terrorists. He is his own worst enemy. Newton Ikiri sent that in. Where are we? Whatever is happening in PDP now shows that we'll be stronger in 2023, and nobody should panic. When things get hot, that's when it will produce better results. So let's be calm and resolute. Noble sent that in. Samuel from Wochi, let Governor Zulum stop crying. After all, the state under Buhari is better than under President Jonathan. We are watching you, Prof. Continue your briefing. Day just a break. Gift and Surim says it's not visible to the blind and audible to the deaf that the Buhari-led federal government has failed. Insecurity exacerbating every day, crappy economy, quotidian skyrocketing of price of goods, hunger everywhere. God save us. God is in Afghanistan as we speak, sir. Good morning, you're Nigerian folk.
Good morning. CDP crisis deeply. I think what is happening in the country, some people are saying he agreed in October, and some people saying he did not agree. For me, he did not agree. He's a 10 expired in the How come he has to agree to go away in October? For me, it is a transit show of our governor who wants to show I can put you, I can remove you. That's a governor playing the act he knows well, just to remove him, to show him that he put him there and he wants to remove him. That's it. The youth secondary did not agree to go in October. No, his tenure expires in December.
Well, where we are now. Wanzo Kingsley says, this is a national embarrassment. Bandits attack, no, they are terrorists, they're not bandits. Attack Nigeria Defense Academy, killing some officers and abducting others without immediate response. This shows how the security situation in our country has been compromised, meaning that Aso Rock is not even safe. Mr. Cheken is writing about the murdered RISU students. Says the family of murdered RISU students alleged that the gun found in her son's underwear was planted. I agree with them with the following reasons. Number one, how many days does it take the police before filing the report? It was 2 days later. Does the alleged planted gun give enough reason to not carry through a thorough investigation against the student who killed his fellow student? Please do your work without fear or favor. Emmanuel from Iwaferi on the same matter said the mother of the victim of RISU shooting was right. How will the police justify it that the first people that attended to the victims never saw the gun? Was the gun invincible at that time, only to be seen by the police later? Something is really wrong somewhere. So it is RISU, right? River State University, they like to be called RISU. I don't know if you're Hikachi. U.S. is working to meet August 31 deadline because of increasing Taliban threats. Is the U.S. now afraid of threats? 10% of Borno citizens unaccounted for. Zulum. And he still sleeps? The governors should stop collecting security votes. They have failed Nigerians. All right, I'll take a call now. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Scott, sir, which is secondary. And I want to ask a simple question. I don't know the reason why Rivers Court is always deeply involved in politics. You could remember the case of Alimudu Sheriff, a Rivers Court was involved. All the cases of APC, Rivers Court were involved. even the current cases of APC, Rivers Court also involved. This PDP case too, Rivers Court is currently involved. So don't know why. Is it that it's only Rivers State Court that you can come and procure a judgment to yourself?
Well, 0817-923-0002. Peter says, good morning. Terrorist attack NGA. This has shown how weak our military is. They only know how to tackle the South, beat innocent civilians and shoot at protesters. The bias of the military is the cause of its weakness. Then Kyari saying 3% is greater than 30% for frontier communities is so sickening. He thinks we're all fools. On the same matter, how long are we going to be in the defensive and not offensive on this contrived bandits or terrorists? God forbid. Asarok is not safe. Security don't know what to do. Let them not do it. So P sent that in. This one says, now I know the reason for the car buying from the for the councillors in the PDP, the national chairman's local government. It's for him to be suspended from his ward after God, fear Wike. Gift sent that from Kuta. Uche Secondus was present when the governors firm agreed in October for the convention, so why change of plan? Uche Secondus is totally playing a childish and premature position. He should back off. And kidnapping is the highest we've ever seen. When Afghan happened, I suspected such attacks will happen in Nigeria. Morige sent that in. Good morning, we're Nigerian folk.
Good morning, Madam Enoh. My name is David. I'm calling you from Enoh. According to Obasanjo, I did laugh. I still did laugh. I said it some time ago that His Excellency Governor Enoh will not sleep or rest, not until Uche Secondus is being released as the national chairman of their party, which he brought. This is just the beginning. And also, I'm beginning to be afraid of the judiciary in Rivers State. It is in this manner they will be granting kangaroo ex-party orders. That is problem.
All right, we're Nigerian folk. Good morning. Okay, back to John Odu from Eagle Island. Says the mother of the gun victim in Risu claims that the gun found on her son was planted, that the son is not a cultist. That's a big lie. The possibility of that gun being found in him is wide, because in all my years at the university, I haven't seen or heard that a non-cult member was killed by a cult group. Never have. You mean no one has been hit during a cult attack? John? America Monday, the attack at the NDA is so worrisome. I urge the authority to investigate the embarrassment deeper, as insiders shouldn't be ruled out. Concerning the allegation and counter-allegation surrounding the student that was shot at Risu, the victim's mother should know that he who carries nothing breaks nothing. I think her son is also a suspect. Anthony, God knows, send that in. Obiajuan, thank God, PDP devised as new national chairman emerged. Very funny. I'm loving the dramas that unfolds every day. Like I keep saying, what goes around comes around. PDP never see anything yet. But Johnson supports the U.S. and other foreign forces to evacuate and leave Afghanistan on the scheduled date of 31st August. The invaders have outstayed their usefulness in Afghanistan. And I now believe that Governor Wike is the owner of PDP by removing his brother from the national, but there is God who will be on Sunday. David Amadi, the die is now cast as PDP shifts battle to the judiciary, though it's expected, but the grounds is not on how to improve the life of the ordinary Nigerian voters. Finally, somebody gets it. Why is the court in River State different? Davison is asking. If you ask me, now who I go ask? Oh my, Oseja Abume says the Chief Justice of Nigeria should investigate judges in River State. The way they dish out court orders is alarming. Same reason why APC didn't produce a candidate in 2019. We're Nigerian for good morning.
Yes, good morning. Mrs. Ucheken, I'm calling from Eche. Let me look at the acting chairman of PDP in March. And this morning we are hearing they are double. And there has never been any double or two-party acting chairman since the assumption of Secondus as the national chairman of PDP. And you can't even find two deputy chairmen. It is impossible. So for me, party affairs functions like family business, where cultures and rules and regulations are guiding them. Party decision is too supreme and their functions accordingly.
All right. Itari Dukwe, the security breach of the Nigerian Defense Academy architecture, it's a great misfortune and a disgrace to the Nigerian Army. If NDA is not strategically and intelligently secure, then the president himself is not secured. I call upon all gallant military men to look through the situation and rectify the problem. I sympathize with the NDA and the families that lost their loved ones. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I see what I said yesterday. Their voices are very high and loud this morning because there is Wike as secondus. We are intellectually hollow. Roundface says court sanctions PDP national chairman, new acting chairman emerge. If it will solve the vast problem of PDP, then I totally support the idea. It's so shameful to hear that bandits attacked NDA headquarters, and this is how you know what part of country is safe. My president needs to rise up to his responsibility now before bandits take over his government, just as it happened in Afghanistan. It's so shameful to Nigerian army because they have a question to answer. Frank Chuku from Woji. Kaji says, as Nigeria felt so loose to fuse persons called repentant Boko Haram into a society, expect more security attacks. I want to ask, where's the GSS? Where's the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, please? What's happening? Odima is asking about the bandits attack, the terrorist attack on the NGA. Arong, this is time for Uche Secondus to fight Wike back with all his might. Oh my. Insecurity should be blamed on our politicians because most policemen who die in service are being neglected. Enoh, good morning. Governor Wike, who had always built the PDP as a party, is now the fighter of the same party. I see doom in PDP come 2023. We don't have enough time for any more calls or contributions, but thank you for your time. After news at 8, you raise your voices for Wike and Secondus and the PDP. My name is Enoh, Ogbevire Commercial, and then the news at 7 o'clock. Do stay tuned. Good morning.